The Cavs are back in Indiana again tonight. After giving up an 17-point lead in the second half of Game 3, the Cavs are down 2-1 to the Pacers. This game isn't a must-win, but having to play a must-win game in Indiana would be a poor position to be in for Game 5. One has to hope the Cavs can right their play. They are making just 9.7 threes tonight, 12-16, at a 30.9% rate, which is second worst in the playoffs. During the regular season, the Cavs made 12 threes per game, 3-30, at a 37.2% rate, which was sixth in the league. The shooting will hopefully return to normal. No one on the team is getting buckets outside of the King. LeBron James has scored 98 points this series, he's averaging 32.7 per game. Cavs have scored just 270 points in 3 games. James has essentially scored 37% of all those points. There's not much more to say. Cleveland simply needs more guys to make shots. Defensively, the Cavs haven't allowed the Pacers to score over 100 and are second in defensive rating for the postseason. The struggles haven't gone away and their trapping scheme hasn't been the most effective, but the defense isn't to blame for the losses. Tyronn Lue has mentioned Tristan Thompson will probably see minutes this game because of toughness. George Hill will miss the game because of his back. This means the Cavs will have to figure out some way to slow Victor Oladipo. Jose Calderon is probably not the answer to that. He's starting anyways though. Right now, I'm not confident the team can figure the offense out. At least with Jose starting, LeBron will have some help creating shots, but it may not be enough. Page 2. The Cavs are back in Indiana again tonight. After giving up an 17-point lead in the second half of Game 3, the Cavs are down 2-1 to the Pacers. This game isn't a must-win, but having to play a must-win game in Indiana would be a poor position to be in for Game 5. One has to hope the Cavs can right their play. They are making, read more greater than 4-point play. One on the 9-hour train ride I had yesterday to Innsbruck, Austria, I went into a cryptocurrency internet deep dive. Literally hundreds of various coins to research and fantasize about. The 9 hours actually went by pretty quickly. Obviously, the coins themselves have varying levels of intrigue. Unlike in yesteryear, these coins require more than an appreciation of metallurgy to fathom the lasting implications they read more greater than tonight. The 11-7 Cavaliers face off against the 8-9 Charlotte Hornets. Cleveland is riding a 6-game win streak and beat the Hornets on the 15th 115-107 in their last meeting. LeBron and company tend to bring the heat when going up against MJ's team. It's as if James wants to give Michael a first-hand view of the new king of the NBA. In their last several outings, Cleveland, read more greater than the Cavs continue their road trip tonight as they take on the Knicks, who are 4-1 in their last 5 games. Kristaps Porzingis is currently playing like an MVP candidate and it will be interesting to see how the Cavs defend him. Their rebounding woes were very apparent against the Rockets, and tonight LeBron's nemesis Joakim Noah is making his season debut after serving a 20-game suspension for PED. Read more greater than can the Cleveland Cavaliers win 2 in a row? Now that their 4-game losing streak is a thing of the past, LeBron James and company will attempt to get back to .500 with a Sunday afternoon game against the Atlanta Hawks. While the Hawks played the Cavaliers extremely well last season, this isn't last year's team. With a 1-8 record, the Hawks are currently tied with the Sacramento Kings for read more greater than it's Halloween, and last night all of the Cleveland Cavaliers gathered at LeBron James's house for his famous annual Halloween party. This year, the team got a jump start on the October festivities with the recent cavalcade of horrifying lineups, spooky shooting displays, and ghostly defense on the basketball court, so this year's Big Bash was sure to be a blast. There were a lot of great costume ideas ranging. Read more greater than well, no LeBron again. This time though, no Love, Smith, Wade, Rose, Crowder, Shump, or TT. Not much going on here tonight. What will be good to see is Lue work with guys who aren't usually in the rotation, something he didn't often employ last season. Those kids are still a good team this season. Contrasting Cleveland's own offseason, not much changed for the Wizards this offseason. Their bench, read more greater than while the NBA is a year-round soap opera, especially in Cleveland, there is a brief mid-August lull in the news cycle to recalibrate the hot take cannon. It's at this time that LeBron heads to Cedar Point for Kids and Coasters, and Zach Lowe visits Croatia to recharge his batteries for another year covering the Thunderdome. Carson Zagger and myself decided to go one-on-one to cover some non-Kyrie or Griffin. Read more. Greater than that. Editor's note: LeBron passed Michael Jordan for NBA Finals scoring tonight. He already passed MJ for playoff scoring. In my excitement, I forgot to comment on his self-alley-oop. See below. Year 14. pic.twitter.com/DWCNF6QRR8. Everything I'm not, at @no_cut_card. June 10, 2017. Read more. Greater than. Read more. Greater than. I'll never forget the first time I saw LeBron James's first Sports Illustrated cover. I had graduated from college the year before, and was visiting some friends in Cincinnati one weekend when I saw it in a gas station. Grabbing a copy, I mentioned to some friends that this guy is from the town my dad grew up in, and it looks like he'll skip college to go right to. Read more. Greater than. Humbug. According to ESPN.com, Dave McMenamin, Jr. Smith is now expected to miss 12 to 14 weeks of action instead of the original projection to 4 to 6 weeks after having surgery to repair a complex fracture of his right thumb. If Smith does indeed end up missing 12 or 14 weeks, he would return to the lineup a month to 2 weeks before the playoffs began. Furthermore, there's no telling how long it. Read more. Greater than.